You need to be working every day and storing up every day. If you don't hear me, that's on you. What's going on? This is Lee. I'm back. I wanted to talk to y'all on just a follow-up, a rerun, not a rerun, but running it back on the last conversation about saving and how I'm saving in Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin price is down today, so when the price is down, we clown. When there's blood in the streets, we eat. You want to have a little side bag so you can go pick up on the drop-offs like that. When it's a red candle day, that's when you should be buying. Don't buy when the price is up. Don't buy when they're talking about it at work. That means price is all the way up. When everybody hear about it, prices are all the way up. Buy when nobody talking about it, so whether it be Bitcoin, not financial advice, whether it be stocks, whether it be the ETF, Bitcoin ETFs that we talked about. BlackRock has some, Fidelity has some, all these other financial companies have these ETFs. So if you're nervous about crypto and you don't really want to buy crypto, but you're familiar with buying stocks for your portfolio, for your 401k, then that's what the ETFs are for. You don't have to hold, you don't have to remember passwords and be scared that you're gonna lose something. You just buy it in your Fidelity account, and there you go. There you have it. You are participating in Bitcoin without even having to hold the keys or remember key phrases and all of that stuff. Now, for me personally, I recommend holding the keys, because not your keys, not your Bitcoin. But some people scared of that, or maybe you just probably not gonna do the homework to learn. You don't want to mess around and get your money locked out. So ETFs, that's why they created ETFs, for people like that. They got something for you there. You don't want to do that? I tried to bring up and tell you about strategy, which used to be MicroStrategy. That's a stock, okay? It's called MSTR. That's the ticker symbol. You could buy that. There's other companies like I think it's 21. I forget the name of some of these other companies, but there's a lot of these Bitcoin treasury companies popping up. So you can look up some, research some. I like strategy. I have that in my 401k portfolio. That's my hedging my bet. It should be pretty much a leveraged play on Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin prices go up, strategy stock should go up. The Bitcoin ETFs should go up. So that's how that works. And I don't have to hold something in a special crypto wallet and all that stuff that you might think is complicated until you learn about it and realize, oh, this is not really complicated at all. But knowledge is power. And I want to put emphasis on you going to get that knowledge. But I wanted to just make sure when you see the prices go down, that's not time to go say to somebody that told you about Bitcoin, oh, I told you the price is going down. That's no good. That's when you should be buying. You want the prices to go down. That's like your favorite store at the mall having a sale, having a discount. That's when you should go and buy. Don't go buy when their prices are up. So that's how you got to think about that. That's what I try to do. When I see it's a red day, that's when I buy. That's where those terms come from. When there's blood in the streets, we eat. But when it's green, we lean, we wait, we sit back. When it's green, when the prices are up, we sit back, we lean, we just chill. I know coming up with sayings are fun. It helps people understand. Hopefully it's helping you see and understand what I'm trying to say. However, I just really am focused on trying to talk about just investment or saving strategies, because our dollar is losing power, y'all. In the United States, our dollar is losing power. I don't know if you've noticed this, because they're not going to tell you this on the news. You have to do the math for yourself and see that you're not able to buy in the same power as you were today as you were last year or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. There's a reason for that. And the reason is specific. It's not to be like guessed on. The reason is specific. Inflation. Okay? So inflation robs you of your dollar power, but it's built into the system. Okay? Inflation is a product of the system. It helps the economy keep going around. But the problem is when inflation goes too crazy, goes too high, and it just gets out of control. So when the government spends too much money, they run up the debt. Just like your uncle and your auntie going shopping and they run up that debt, their credit card, and now they got to figure out, all right, what am I supposed to do with this? And they go get another credit card and put the old balance onto the new credit card, and then they buy themselves another year or another 6 months. That's what the government does. So we learned all these bad behaviors from the government. That's not how you're supposed to do with your credit. That's not what you do. Okay? So now they just kick that can down the road and the balance is high, right? So now they're trying to print more money. Their version of getting another credit card and putting that balance on another credit card, they just print the money. They have the power to print that money. So they'll just print more money and kick the can down the road. But the debt is just increasing. So the big, beautiful bill that Trump is bragging about is going to increase it another $5 trillion, y'all. That means if you've been saving your money in the 401k and just doing all that hard work to save your money, they're about to water your savings down by printing $5 trillion more money. I want to make sure I'm clear because I know I'm walking and talking, and if you don't follow this, you need to rewind this back. I'll give you an example. You've worked hard to save $1 million, okay? So this $1 million is for your retirement. Now, you're going to retire in 10 years. So you're almost there to retirement. But then they say, you know what? This $1 million, you know what? We're going to print more money. So now that $1 million turns into like 500,000 as far as the buying power go. It won't stretch like a $1 million did 5 years prior. It's only going to buy you $500,000 worth. So all that hard work to getting less, that's not the best way to save or to get ready for retirement. So how do you get ready for retirement and not have to worry about your money getting diluted? But Bitcoin has built into it deflation to where every 4 years, the amount that can be mined decreases by half, okay? By half. It decreases by half. For one, they can't print more because there's only 21 million coins that can ever exist or be created. 21 million. 95% of that has already been created. 95% has already been created. And it's been probably about 16 years that Bitcoin has been a thing, has been created, has been born. And guess what? 95% of the human population do not have Bitcoin yet. 95% of the population do not have Bitcoin yet. So only 5% of the population has Bitcoin. What's going to happen now that the government is going to make a Bitcoin reserve? They're already sitting on over 300,000 Bitcoin. All the corporations are buying up the Bitcoin. All of the corporations in the states and the countries and all these entities and all of these treasuries, all these rich folks are buying up all of the Bitcoin, okay? Listen to me now. They scared you against Bitcoin for a reason, so that you don't touch it because they want it all. They don't want you raising the price up by buying all this stuff. They don't want all the retail people, the dumb money is what they call us, the dumb money. People buying this stuff up and wrecking the price because you get scared and you're going to sell it and dump. They're never going to sell it. They're going to buy it, sit on it forever, and just take loans off of it. because it's an asset. You don't sell your assets. You just borrow from your assets, okay? That's what the rich do. Now, people are not going to even see this video, but I'm just giving you everything I know, all right? So that's why I am getting on here making these videos. So share this to somebody that you wanted to explain this to, or maybe you are just not hearing about it yourself and you want your buddies to hear about it too, your family. You know, share this. This is why you have to save in a different type of an asset. You have to, first you have to own assets. You got to get your assets. You got to get some stocks. You got to get, you know, some ETFs. You got to get, you know, some gold. Bitcoin is the digital gold. You got to do this, okay? Not financial advice, but if you just keep your money in dollars, you're losing your value. You're losing your butt bad, and you don't even know what's coming. There's a storm coming, and you just got to prepare. So this is time to prepare. Don't act like everything's gonna be hunky-dory 5 years, 10 years from now. AI coming for all your jobs. AI is gonna be able to do everything you do. And I had this conversation so many times. People say, oh, they can't do my job. The hell they can't. They got the robots walking around right now with intelligence that are on par to where you are now, that develops and gets better and better every day, because it never forgets. It always adds on. It's always learning. It's always learning. It's never stop learning. People stop learning. People stop learning. You stop reading books. You stop going to trainings. You stop all of that stuff, right? You stop going to school. You stop. But AI never stops. It never stops. It never sleeps. It's just always learning. So yes, it's coming for your job. I don't care what your job is. It's coming for it. So what are you going to do when it comes for your job? Hopefully you got a little nest egg built up from all this hard work that you should have been building up anyway. Because that's why you're working, to build up your nest egg. Just like squirrels building up these little storages for their nuts for the winter. And, you know, all these groundhogs that eat up my vegetables, they're storing it. They're taking it back to their little home. Ants that you see following a little trail, taking stuff back to their barrel. You need to be working every day and storing up every day. Storing up, okay? Now, if you don't hear me, that's on you. But ring the alarm. It's time to get busy with that. So that's the end of this. Y'all take care.